Improve your English fluency in 5 steps. If you don't know me very well, I am Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Now, guys, there are 5 things that I want you to follow if you truly want to improve your English fluency. And the first thing you need to understand is there's a key word to help you understand that, which is pressure. When you face a situation, let's say a job interview, or talking to people when traveling abroad, or talking on the phone, there is pressure. Therefore, when studying English, you need to include this element. And I know that most of you watching this lesson right now study alone. Okay, maybe you don't even have a partner to practice with or a friend. You just study by yourself. And I get it because I've been there. I used to study alone and I still do. So, how do you add pressure when studying alone? My best recommendation, which is something that I do with my students from the academy, is to do an exercise that I like to call speak under pressure. I set a timer. I pick different questions from different subjects, not easy questions, difficult questions. I set a timer and then I have to speak for a minute. I cannot stop. As long as the timer is up, the time is going, I cannot stop. I have to keep talking about that subject. Additionally, I recommend recording yourself so that as soon as it's over, as soon as you finish recording yourself, you can listen to your answer and try to identify things you can do better. Maybe you used filler sounds way too much. Maybe you hesitated. Maybe you paused for too long. Maybe there was a word you didn't know how to say in English, so you used your native language and you used the word in your language as you were speaking. So this exercise, it seems easy, but it's not. You will feel a certain pressure when you see the timer and you don't know what else to say and you have to keep going. So I strongly recommend practicing speaking under pressure if you want to improve your English fluency. And don't pick easy questions, pick difficult ones, and you can use the internet in your favor. I always say that here on my channel. The second thing you're going to do is to practice shadowing. This is a very good exercise to help you more intuitively to work on pronunciation and intonation. Oftentimes, the students feel very uncomfortable or insecure about their English because people don't understand them when they're speaking. And a wonderful exercise you can include in your routine is shadowing, which basically means I'm going to pick a file that has the script, okay? I can see the script and I can use it. It has to be short. It doesn't have to be long, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. And you will follow the text and the audio material, and you will imitate the person who is speaking. You will imitate their intonation, their pronunciation. And my recommendation here is pay attention to your mouth, to your muscles. Are you very tense when speaking? Do you close your mouth too much when speaking? Students who study alone, no native speakers like you and I, we want to imitate Americans or Canadians or British so much, and they don't open their mouth as much. But we need to. We need to exaggerate the sounds and open our mouths more compared to a native speaker. Therefore, when doing shadowing, pay attention, exaggerate the sounds, the car, the students, I noticed, I would like, therefore, enthusiasm, exaggerate the sounds. And by doing shadowing, you will notice that. And I also recommend recording your voice as you practice shadowing so that later on you can listen to yourself. This is something that I do with my babies. I call my students babies inside my academy. I also do this myself when I am studying English. It is a wonderful exercise that will help you improve your English fluency. Number 3. Oh boy, this is a tricky one. Students who want to improve their fluency are probably at a pre-intermediate and intermediate level. These are the people I help here on my channel. And one thing that I noticed is that students at this level tend to make very simple sentences. Short sentences and simple sentences. So we need to spend some time working on grammar and vocabulary, but with a specific goal in mind, which is to form complete sentences and not only short ones. Learning how to connect the sentences when describing something you like, when describing something you don't like, when describing an interest, when describing an opinion. And this is an exercise you can do by writing and by speaking, okay? So learn to form complete sentences and not only short ones. This is really basic. So when I say complete sentences, I guess the word I'm looking for is more robust, more complex sentences. If you keep sticking to the very basic sentences, very basic vocabulary, you will not advance. And I want you to improve your English fluency. So one thing that I often do when I am practicing my English, I make a short list, a very short list, 5 words that are too basic in my opinion. And then I search for synonyms. And then I start practicing my writing and my speaking, and I use the synonyms. I force myself, this is an intentional exercise. I will not naturally, let me think. No, I have to intentionally pick the words that I want to use, that I want to teach, that I want to reprogram my mind to use. And then I start practicing, and I write, and I speak, and I make longer sentences. I include those words so that I can advance my English. So this is something that you should do as well. Now, before I give you steps 4 and 5, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Every week I post different kinds of English lessons. And if I could ask for additional help is share. Share this video with a friend. I know there's someone who needs to watch this lesson. And if you're interested, I have an amazing study plan cycle. This study plan is supposed to help people like you who study alone and don't know how to organize, how to plan the things you study. I want you to use the internet in your favor. So this study plan is going to help you with that and much more. So check it out, link in the description of this video. Now guys, let's keep going. Number 4. I like this one, okay? I really do. And you probably have a Facebook account, or you are on social media, I imagine. Instagram or Twitter, you name it. There are so many nowadays, I can't keep track. But I recommend watching influencers talk about their daily lives. Because, yesterday I was doing a group conversation class with my students from my academy, because 3 times a month I go live with my students. And I gave them a very simple exercise, very simple, which was to give advice, to give recommendation. And I created many different kinds of situations, everyday situations, and they were supposed to give advice orally, no time to prepare, nothing, And then I gave them some feedback. And the most common feedback that I gave everyone who practiced that exercise with me was, hey, your answer was nice, was good, but it was a book answer. Let's bring more real life spice to your answer. As I described in the exercise, it's your friend, it's your sister, it's your neighbor, it's your colleague. So how would you talk to your colleague? And then I gave some examples. Oh, this is what you should do. This is too formal when talking to your colleague who's asking for advice on such an informal topic. Oh, don't do this. Say this to your friend. So I started telling them, hey, this is how we should do in real life. And the best way to connect with the English language is to follow influencers, not teachers. I'm not talking about English teachers. I'm talking about regular people who are on the internet and they create content about their lives. You know, everyday things, you know, when they're going shopping, when they're talking to friends and family members. Oh, this is amazing. I know it is going to be very, very helpful and very productive to you. Pay attention to their mannerisms. Watch out. Some of them are extremely informal. I don't like those influencers who are all the time using filler sounds and filler words. So, oh my God, my day was totally awesome today. Yo, there's so many things going on. I don't know where to begin. You have no idea. Oh my God, it's just, I'm exhausted. No, I don't want you to follow influencers like that. But there are good influencers who don't use that kind of language that you can definitely benefit from. And pay attention to the way they talk to their spouses, to their friends, to their family members, to their colleagues, because this will help you see English and hear English in a more realistic setting. Because people, this is the number one feedback that I get here on YouTube. Oh, Priscilla, I can totally understand you. You know, it's so easy. But then when I listen to X, Y, and Z, I can't. Well, I'm teaching English. I am focused on polished communication to help non-native speakers. My job is to make you understand me. I need you to understand me. Therefore, it'll definitely be much easier to understand me and many other teachers, okay? Therefore, using influencers, following them on social media, I prefer to watch those influencers on YouTube. I like to watch slightly longer contents, you know, not like really short ones. Sometimes I follow a couple of them, you know, on Instagram, and I like to listen to them on everyday activities, going to the supermarket, not necessarily teaching you how to shop at the supermarket. No, they're just talking about their day. Oh, look at this thing that I found at the supermarket. Oh my God, it's so expensive. I can't believe it. What do you think? Everyday conversation. Not just teaching you how to order pizza. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So this is definitely going to help you improve your English fluency. And the final step that will be tricky because the internet is making this nearly impossible nowadays, which is subtitles. You know, if you want to improve your listening comprehension, you need to be more mindful of how much subtitles you use. And this is a problem because if you go on, let me check one example here. I'm going to use myself, okay? If you check my videos, they all have subtitles, okay? Like subtitles. They all have subtitles. And if you're watching this video right now, I imagine you're using subtitles. Automatic captions. I didn't prepare them, okay? And if you go on Netflix and you start watching your favorite movie, you may activate the subtitles. And this habit is killing people's comprehension. It is making it nearly impossible for students to improve. They think they're improving. They believe they're improving. But then when they have a job interview where there's no subtitle, you know, there's no button. Activate. No. They panic. They don't know how to react because you've been teaching your brain to read, not to listen. And this is dangerous. So in your practice, I recommend removing subtitles. And if that's not possible, which I know, I understand, I want you to cover. That's what I do. Guys, you have no idea. It's so annoying to me when I am listening to influencers, people I like, and everything has subtitles. So I cover with my hand so that I can focus on the person, on reading their lips, listening to them, and not just reading the subtitles. People are so focused on subtitles, they are not working on their listening comprehension. And then they come and say, no, but I understand everything they say. But then when I am on the street, I can't. Well, think about that. Maybe it's because of this convenience that social media is bringing, that technology is bringing, that consequently is impacting your ability to focus and listen to people in front of you. So start doing this. I have other videos here on my channel where I give strategies about that, but it's not that you have to remove subtitles altogether, but there should be exercises in your routine where you include subtitles and then you turn off subtitles. Turn on, turn off, and have a solid listening sequence. I also have a listening workshop course. Check the description in this video. That will definitely help you understand how to have a solid listening practice. Now guys, these are the 5 steps that you should follow if you want to improve your English fluency. Would you like to learn more? Let me know in the comments, but other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.